Class 2, English, Term 1, Lesson number 1, Smita learns a lesson. Given below are the habits which are important to follow to have healthy and clean life. Tick the following habits that you follow regularly. Cutting nails, having bath, combing hair, ironing clothes, polishing shoes, helping in cleaning the house, brushing teeth. The following story is about a girl who was very lazy to clean her room, though she got enough scolding from her mom. Let us read this story and see how Smita learned a lesson. Smita had very unhygienic habits. She used to just lie on her bed all day in a dirty room. One day her mother entered her room and said, "Smita, I want you to clean your room and keep everything in its place, as some guests are coming for the party tonight." She heard the instruction carefully and then continued on the video game which she had paused a while ago. In the evening, when all the family members were ready for the party, Smita's mother just entered her room and saw that her room was still a mess. Smita was sitting on the floor with her eyes glued on her video game. Smita's mother shouted, "Smita, are you still playing that stupid video game?" Smita replied, "Yes, Mom, there is so much fun in playing this game." Her mom was very disheartened, so she decided to talk to Smita's father about it. The next morning was the parents-teacher meeting in the school. Her parents discussed the problem with Mrs. Kritika, who was Smita's class teacher, and narrated the whole party incident. She pondered for some time and then said, "Don't worry, Mr. and Mrs. Sharma. I will see what I can do for you." The next day, when Smita came to school, her teacher interacted with the whole class about the importance of cleanliness and asked them to discuss on the topic. We should keep our surroundings clean. The whole class discussed about that, but Smita seemed nowhere interested. Weeks' time passed, and there was no change in Smita's habits. Her parents and teachers were very worried about Smita's future. They finally decided to teach her a lesson because her school uniform was as shabby as her bookshelf and her room appeared like a garbage. The next morning she woke up and saw there was more mess in her room than usual days. The plate in which she ate sandwich last night was lying on the bed. Her uniform was hung on the screen of the computer. All her toys and books were everywhere, but not at their places. Wrappers of chocolates and chips were scattered in the room. She didn't bother and crept into the blanket again. Few hours passed, and she didn't hear the alarm bell. She stood up to check what the time was. Smita was shocked to see that it was 9 in the morning, and her mother didn't shout at her for getting late to school. She She screamed from her room, "Mummy! Mummy!" But there was no reply. She wore her uniform and left for the breakfast table. To her surprise, her house was all mess. She searched the whole house and checked every room. No one was there, neither her mom nor her dad. She was all tired after this exercise. She thought, "Let me eat my breakfast. Maybe till then mom and dad will come." Without having a bath and brushing her teeth, she served herself her food. She was looking continuously at the main door, that her parents might come any time, but nothing happened. She left the food in between and went outside to look for them. Looking for her parents, she started walking to her school. Since morning, what she saw was dirt on every corner and filthy streets filled with stagnant water. She thought that day would be a holiday for every sweeper in the village. While she was thinking this, she reached the school. She opened the door and saw even the school was empty. She stepped in her classroom and suddenly the door got locked. Before she could understand anything, the door was getting filled with dirty things all around. Piles of half-eaten foods and empty cold drink cans, peelings of fruits and vegetables started filling up the room from all the four corners. There came a splash of dirty water on her face. She started feeling like she was drowning in the sea of garbage. When she felt like she cannot breathe anymore, she woke up and found that it was just a dream. She was still in her room and it was just 5 minutes left to 7. Her alarm rang and her mom called her name. She woke up, kept her books in place, dressed up nicely for school. When her mom entered her room, it was tidy and everything in its place. Smita's mother was surprised to see this sudden change and appreciated Smita for cleaning her room. From that day onwards, she kept everything clean and tidy. Outline. This story is about a girl, Smita, who had very unhygienic habits. In spite of listening to her teacher and parents, she continued with what she was doing earlier. One night, when she dreamt of all the garbage and trash encircling her and walking up to her, she got scared and understood why her elders always forced her to have hygienic living habits. Concept. It is very important for children to have hygienic living habits. Cleanliness and hygiene are some of the essential things which they need to take care of. Meanings. The meaning of unhygienic is not clean. The meaning of glued is be paying very close attention to something, especially a television. The meaning of stagnant is not circulating or flowing. The meaning of narrated is deliver a commentary. The meaning of disheartened is disappointed. The meaning of tidy is arranged neatly and in order. The meaning of drowning is To die by being underwater too long and unable to breathe. The meaning of crept is slow, steady movement. The meaning of pondered is think about something carefully. The meaning of filthy is dirty. Listening skills. Repeat the following: was not, wasn't, could not, couldn't, has not, hasn't, has not, hadn't, do not, don't, is not, isn't, did not, didn't, cannot, can't. Change the following positive sentences into negative. The car is in the garage. The car isn't in the garage. She was at the market yesterday. She wasn't at the market yesterday. She can enact in the play. She can't enact in the play. I do understand what you are saying. I don't understand what you are saying. I had used this sentence. I hadn't used this sentence. His opinion has changed. His opinion hasn't changed. She could have danced beautifully. She couldn't have danced beautifully. Why did you come to us? Why didn't you come to us? Speaking skills. Read the following sentences aloud. It's time for our school picnic, said Mr. Harry. Where is the market? Asked Raman. We could walk till the grocery store, said Ajay. If you want, then we could sell them, said Chaitanya. It's too early, said Mr. Harry. Potatoes, beans, and carrots take time to grow. Writing skills. Match the suitable words in column 1 with the nouns in column 2. Nail cutter matches with nails. Comb matches with hair. Toothbrush matches with teeth. Handkerchief matches with sweat. Soap matches with hands. Opposites. The opposite of covered is uncovered. The opposite of clean is dirty. The opposite of regularly is irregularly. The opposite of sweet is sour. The opposite of active is inactive. Fill in the missing letters to complete the following hygiene-related words or phrases. The missing letters in the phrase eaten food are A, E, O, and D. The missing letters in the word chocolate are H, O, and A. The missing letters in the word garbage are A and A. The missing letters in the word mess are E and S. The missing letters in the word dirty room are I, Y, O, and O. Write true or false against each sentence. Smita had unhygienic living habits. True. Smita's mother was not at all bothered about Smita. False. Smita went to the park in her dream. False. When Smita entered her class was empty. True. At last, Smita learnt the importance of hygienic living habits. True. Literature. Answer the following questions. We should keep our surroundings clean. Do you agree with the statement? If yes, why? Yes, we should keep our surroundings clean to live a healthy and happy life. List the habits of Smita which you think are unhygienic. She used to keep her room dirty. Her school uniform was very dirty or shabby. She never cleaned her bookshelf. What happened when Smita's mother came looking for her? When Smita's mother came looking for her, the room was very dirty and unclean. How did Smita learn the importance of cleanliness? One night, Smita dreamt of all the garbage and trash encircling her and walking up to her. She got scared and understood the importance of cleanliness. How was Smita's room after she had that dream? Smita's room was tidy and everything was in its place.
If you like this video, please share and subscribe. And don't forget to press the bell icon.